One of my all-time favorite packs, the Palante Joey, recently received a rather large update in a way, quite literally. So in this video, I'm going to give you all a closer look at the new Palante V2 with Joey vest straps. Hey everyone, Matt here with Reach Your Summit, Trail Name Knowledge. I'm super excited to share this video with all of you, going over this pack here. And I'm stoked to also have this pack. Been getting a lot of requests and questions from many of you asking if I could compare one of my favorite packs over the years, the Palante Joey, to the Nashville Cutaway pack, which I have here. So in this video, I'm going to share not only a closer look at this pack, but also I'm going to share a comparison between this pack here and the Nashville Pack Cutaway. The original Joey is a little bit lower in capacity at around 24 liters internally compared to the 30 liters that I have here with the Cutaway. Where this V2 here, the internal capacity ranges in between 31 liters and 37 liters, depending on what torso length you go with. So I felt that comparing this pack to the Cutaway would be a little bit more appropriate than sharing a comparison between the original Joey and the Cutaway pack. We'll start off with the specs of this pack. I'll go over the fit of the pack. We'll also dive a little bit into the new material that Palante is using for part of the pack here. And then we'll compare it to the Nashville Pack Cutaway. Finally, I'll share some of the pros and cons of each and where I might use one pack over the other. So for frame of reference, I'm about 5'10" and my torso length is between 18 and 19 inches. I'm a little bit closer to the 19-inch mark. So I have the 19-inch torso length pack here. Over the years, I've put many miles on many different Palante packs. They make some of my favorite packs out there. So I will share a link in the video description below where you can check out all of the different Palante packs if you're interested in that. I won't dive too much into the original Joey or the V2 just because I go over those quite a bit in that other video. I also have a video going over the Nashville Pack Cutaway and the Tiempo pack. So I'll leave a video link for that video in the description below. So you can check that one out too if you'd like. Just want to keep this video more of a comparison between the two for all of you. So because this is also a new pack and some of you might have questions about it, I also wanted to touch a little bit on the specs and give you a closer look at this pack. So the V2 here with the Joey straps is exactly that. It's a Palante V2 pack for the main body and most of the features, but it replaces your traditional pack straps with an updated strap that is similar to what you would find on the Palante Joey. The total cost for this pack is $300, and on my scale, my 19-inch torso pack with the regular vest straps weighs in around 21 ounces. Palante also offers a couple of different options for this pack. So you can also get this pack in a 16-inch torso, or you can get it in the 19-inch torso that I have here with a longer strap. And that's going to be suitable for hikers that are going to be a bit taller than I am. This is a frameless roll top style pack, though it does have an integrated hip belt tucked away in a little garage within the bottle pockets on each side, so you can store that away when you're not using it. The webbing for the belt is about 1.5 inches thick. You have a single strap that goes along the top, classic G-hook that you find on a lot of the Palante packs, button snaps in the top, and also a buckle style closure for when you're rolling it up, a whole loop at the top to lift the pack up, several different pockets, which I'll get into in just a minute, There's also a tool loop down at the bottom that you can tuck away when you're not using it, and really large bottle pockets on each side that will accommodate 2 1-liter bottles. So your standard Smart Water bottle or your Life Water bottles can also fit bottles that I've been using exclusively now. Here I have the 1-liter Igneous Gear Nobo bottle and the 1-liter Canuck Through bottle. Shock cord on either side of the pack, so you can hang things from there or keep your umbrella or your trekking pole secure. There's also a hydration port in the back for if you're using a water reservoir and you want the hose to come out through there. The main body of this pack is made out of a 210 denier grid stop material. You are limited to one specific fabric right now for the body of the pack. There's no customization really, so that's not really a deal breaker for me. I know that it can be for some. The V2 Joey straps can easily accommodate a 20-inch wide Z-Lite pad along the inside back panel, but it can also fit a Gossamer Gear 3/8-inch foam pad or the 1/8-inch Gossamer Gear Thin Light. There are no additional attachments on the outside of the back of the pack, so this would be the way that you would give the pack some padding and structure. One update to this pack is in the straps here. This is based off of the original strap that you would find on the Palante Joey. This was a running vest style inspired strap system that was designed for quick access, breathability, and comfort while fast packing and trail running. Though the bottle pockets on this harness can fit large water bottles, I still prefer to carry them in the side bottle pockets, as I use this style pack for through hiking, backpacking, and day hikes. The strap system on this V2 has been updated a little bit and modified, and it works really well with this capacity pack. So this one is going to be a little bit longer and a little more tapered compared to the strap design that's on the original Joey. And I find it to fit a lot closer to my body, which helps with weight distribution and it helps increase comfort quite a bit. I really like this update because the straps on the original Joey are going to be a little bit wider, and that's okay because that pack is a lot smaller. It's going to sit differently on your back than this pack would. So had they kept those original straps and just sewn them right onto this pack, it might have carried a little bit differently. So I like the refinement with this updated strap system. I find it to work really well. The sternum straps on the running vest gear, the top one is on a daisy chain, so you can adjust the height of that one if you wanted to, where the bottom one is sewn in, but there's quite a bit of length on that bottom strap, so you can loosen it up quite a bit and also really pull it down if you want a nice snug fit. So with this pack you have an outer front pocket along with the integrated tent stake sleeve that's sewn into the outer front pocket. This is a feature that I've really come to enjoy over the years with the classic V2. Also the ultralight pack is a feature that you will not have with the regular Joey pack. I just like that it keeps the tent stakes or my tarp stakes separate from everything else. So when I roll into camp, I can easily pull them out. I don't have to worry about where they might be. There's also the bottom pocket here for storing items throughout the day that I might want to access or snacks. It has the trash port in the back. Very easy to get at when I'm wearing the pack. I don't have to worry about taking the pack off. And the water bottles are easy to get at throughout the day too. And then the shoulder strap pockets are also made out of the same material, which I'm going to get into in just a second. And I like storing smaller items in these too, just so I can access them while I'm on the go throughout the day. There are 4 pockets. So I'll store things like my sunglasses and phone and toothbrush, toothpaste, lip balm, sunblock. So with those pockets, this is something that I'm really excited about. This new mesh that Palante is using is a little bit lighter and a little bit stretchier than the ultra mesh that they were using with some of the previous packs. It also has a little bit of a softer feel to it. So this is a 70 denier 3mm by 3mm UHM WPE material. And as you can see here, the grid on the inside of the fabric, the squares are a little bit larger, so you get a little bit more stretch to it. Also helps with decreasing the weight a little bit compared to the Ultra Mesh or Venom Mesh that you'll find on the earlier generation packs. That was also using a 70 denier UHM WPE. And as you can see here, the squares are a little bit closer together with that material on the inside of the fabric. Though the face fabric for both does look very similar. And those squares being closer together, you have more threads going through the mesh, so you have a little less stretch and a little bit more weight. So I'm really digging this new material so far that Palante has used, not only with this pack, but they've also used it with the collaboration they did with Bedrock Sandals for the side bag. So I'm stoked to see how long this material holds up. Being a new fabric and my limited use with it, I don't have a lot of feedback on it at the moment. And I do have pretty limited use with this pack just because it is relatively new. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this holds up, but I'll certainly share that as I get more mileage in with using it. Though there is no doubt in my mind that this pack will most likely hold up really well just because of my extensive use with a lot of the other Palante packs, and I've put quite a few miles on a lot of their packs over the years. So far I've carried upwards of 20 pounds in this pack just to see how well it carried. I found it to be very comfortable. I can certainly see a little bit more weight being carried comfortably in this pack. I'd say 25 pounds would probably be about the limit, though depending on the individual, you may even be able to get upwards of 30 pounds in this pack. At times, it's not something that you would want to carry all of the time. That statement would be true for any frameless hip beltless pack. There's a certain threshold that your body is going to be able to handle, especially with all of the weight being carried in the shoulders. Though this pack is really well designed, the total weight that you can carry is not going to be any different with this pack compared to a lot of other packs. My base weight most of the time is between 4.5 and 6 pounds. But if it's going to be a little bit higher than that, or if I'm looking to carry bulkier items, or I have longer food or water carries, this pack is going to be a little bit more suitable than some of those smaller packs. So here I have the Nashville Pack Cutaway. This pack has an internal capacity of 34 liters with a whole lot of other pockets on the outside. Torso length is 18 inches, though there's also a 16 and I believe a 20-inch torso length. It too is a frameless roll top style pack, though there is not an integrated hip belt sewn into it. There are some loops, so you can add a hip belt to it if you'd like. The webbing for the belt is about 1 inch thick. This pack also has a vest style strap to it, though this is going to be a little bit different than what you find on the V2 that I have here. And what I mean by that is you can go with different length straps for this pack. 16, 17.5 inch, 19 inch, or I think 21 inch. I have the 19 inch straps here. So they'll be very similar in length to the new V2 with the vest style straps. I'll go over the straps in just a little bit. Total weight on my scale for this specific cutaway is 13.6 ounces, and that's because of the body fabric that I chose and the shoulder strap length that I chose. And the total cost was around $412. At the time that I had ordered this material was only a custom order. It was a made-to-order pack. I believe they now offer this specific colorway and this fabric as an in-stock pack. So that'll certainly cut down on the lead time. Also, if you already have shoulder straps from earlier generations of the Nashville packs, those will be compatible with the body of this pack. So that'll also help cut down on the cost. It might also alter the weight a little bit. So if you want to customize it, you can certainly go with a different pack body material, and you can also choose the color of the bottom pocket and some other features that you may or may not want. But we'll kick things off with the pack body here. This is made out of Alula graphite fabric. This is similar to Ultra Weave, so the inner material is bonded to the face fabric a little bit differently than you would get with a lot of the adhesives that are used with Ultra Weave fabrics. It has a similar water resistance to those two, and a similar durability or abrasion resistance. This is actually the material that you'll find in a lot of the Durston packs, and I've been really enjoying it. It's definitely lighter than your traditional grid stop. The mesh outer pocket here is made out of a really thick, durable material, kind of similar to like what you would get with a mesh gym bag. And then on the inside, there is a pocket shelf here made out of a lighter weight, stretchy Lycra mesh. And this I store things in very similar to the tent stake pocket with the V2 and some of those other Palante packs. So I always have my tent stakes in there, but because it's a little bit larger, I do like storing some smaller items in there as well. Bottle pockets on each side. These are also made out of the slightly heavier, slightly thicker Ultra Mesh that you find on the previous generation Palante packs. These can accommodate 2 1-liter bottles as well, but what's really neat and unique to this pack is that the bottle pockets are all sewn into the main outer pocket here in the front. So it's all one continuous pocket. So you have access to the whole outside front of the pack within this whole entire pocket here, along with the bottle pockets. This pack also has compression straps on each side, which are also tied in with the whole outer front pocket. And then there are some little loops throughout the back of the pack, so you can attach a sleeping pad to it if you'd like to. If you're using a Z-Lite pad, you can attach it to the outside if you have the 20-inch torso version. With the 18-inch torso, it's a little bit more difficult for me to do that, unless I do it width-wise. But I haven't had any issues with using my Gossamer Gear 3/8 inch torso pad or my Gossamer Gear 1/8 inch thin light pad on the back of the pack here. And like the V2, you can also easily fit the Z-Lite pad inside of the Cutaway, as well as the 3/8 inch Gossamer Gear pad or the 1/8 inch thin light pad. Pack also has a hole loop at the top, a single strap in the front, but then it turns into a Y-style strap toward the back. Several different pockets in the shoulder straps here made out of Lycra mesh. This pack also has a bottom pocket made out of Lycra mesh. The bottom pocket on the Palante packs is going to be a side entry, where the bottom pocket on the Nashville pack is going to be kind of right along your back. So you have a larger entry throughout the whole entire pocket. But let's jump into a few of those differences just a little bit more with this pack compared to the V2. So first off, the shoulder straps. These are interchangeable. You can adjust how wide you want the strap to be, how narrow you want the strap to be. You can adjust the length, so you get a really good fine-tuned fit. There's also daisy chain along the vest straps, and this goes throughout most of the straps, so you have a little bit more room for an adjustment with the top strap and also the bottom strap. You also have the option of going with a stretchier strap if you wanted to, that has some elastic on the bottom like I have here, or you can go with the static webbing strap that you find on a lot of other packs. This shoulder strap is also going to have 3 pockets on each strap compared to the 2 that you get on each side of the Palante packs. So you get 6 pockets total up in front compared to the 4 total with the Palante pack. If you want to see how to remove and install the vest style straps on the Nashville pack, definitely check out the video in the link description below. I go over switching the straps out from the Cutaway pack to the Tiempo. So there you can see the removal and the installation process. The Cutaway pack, I've also carried up to about 20 pounds with it, and I have pushed it upwards of 25 pounds at times just to see how well it would carry. And around 20 to 25 pounds would be the max that I would want to carry with this pack as well. So as you can see, these packs are similar in many ways. They're both around the same capacity. They're both designed for quick and easy access throughout the day while on the move. Both will have the running vest style straps, which are going to carry it more comfortably, in my opinion, than your traditional backpack straps. They're going to breathe really well, they're going to distribute weight really well, and they're going to dry a lot faster if they end up getting wet. Both packs are able to accommodate 2 1-liter water bottles on either side. Both are frameless and hip beltless, though they both have hip belt capabilities. Both can fit any type of sleeping pad inside to give it comfort and structure. And both are going to be a roll top style pack with a single strap going over the top. And both are able to easily accommodate bare canisters. Slight edge goes to the V2 in terms of simplicity and having a nice close to body fit. It's going to sit a little bit more vertical along the whole entire length of the back for the weight distribution. But you are limited to this one specific fabric at the moment and this one specific colorway. So the slight edge would then go to the Cutaway in terms of that, because you can choose the fabrics, you can customize it a bit more. You can also fit the straps to various body types to get a really nice fine-tuned fit. So you do get a little bit more access with the Cutaway, just with having that continuous front pocket and also the additional shoulder strap pockets compared to what you get with the V2 Joey. And if you prefer having your pack sit a little bit lower and a little bit closer to a traditional backpack, then the slight edge would go toward the Cutaway for that. Because you do have the fabric choice options with the Cutaway, you can get this pack to come in a little bit lighter than what you get with the V2, just because this is one specific fabric that's being used. But those fabric choices can also come at a premium in terms of cost. So depending on what you go with, the V2 actually might be a little bit more cost effective than getting the Cutaway pack. So if I'm looking for something a little bit more streamlined and simple, something that has the comfort and access of the Palante Joey, but the larger capacity of the V2, making it more suitable for through hiking and backpacking, and sitting a little bit closer to the body, I would go with the Palante V2 with the Joey straps. If I find I want something that's going to have a little bit more pocket access and it's going to sit a little bit lower, closer to the traditional backpack, yet still have the running vest style straps, and I'm looking for something with a little bit more customization as far as the fabrics and colors go, or I need something where I need a very specific, precise fit, I would most likely go with the Cutaway, just because there are a little bit more options as far as that goes. But you can't go wrong with either one of these packs. Both have their pros and cons, but both are also fantastic, and they're made by really great companies. So I hope you found this video helpful. I hope that it answered any questions that you might have if you're considering one of these packs. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to leave them in a comment below. I'd be happy to help you out. If you like this video, hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're taking care of each other. I hope you're getting out and enjoying time on the trails. And until the next one, I'll see you out there.